Hey everybody, welcome to another corner conversation on Colossians, new series. And so Rachel, Kim, Rich, Greg, and me, Scott, we are all here together to talk about it. Welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome. That was so seamless. It was wonderful.
I was holding my breath the whole time.
What that was.
I should have done a longer intro then. Oh, Kim just fell out of her chair.
I can see it now. Oh no.
Right before we started recording, Rachel asked a very heartfelt question.
I mean,
Let's hear it. Let's go ahead and get it on.
I just said,
Let's get it out of the way.
I wanted to know if we were going to have fun anymore in the beginning of the podcast,
So,
or if we're going right into serious things. I felt like there was a little bit of a shift the past couple of podcasts, and so I just want to know if there was some conversations
I've been there.
Exactly.
that I
So
wasn't
Greg,
part
maybe
of, you know.
What is the okay?
If there's
What
a shift
happened?
in the dynamic.
When did the fun stuff?
We had a meeting on Tuesday, and Greg said that one of the things I need is awareness, and so this felt.
I would
like
have
this.
passed out.
It was so good. Well, it was very accurate because I need it. So I was like, if there's going to be a change in the dynamics of the podcast, I felt like I needed some awareness about it. That's all.
Yeah, we're going to only talk about very serious things now.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I will have
Rachel, what do you want to talk about that's so fun?
contribute.
Fine, be fun.
I'm not fun on command. Like
Okay, but we did do a little fun with all the fun videos and metal.
we had
music
fun
and
before.
fun.
I meant we used to be
You're right.
really weird on the podcast for a few minutes.
Yeah,
because
that's
I don't
true.
know. I need a little weirdness in my life. So
I wonder. Yeah, if
look at Greg's face.
Our
He's like
tar-
this.
our
He's like
is
waiting it out. Of like,
unbelievable.
you have to remember, our target consumer is Greg's mom.
Oh, Greg's mom. What do you want?
She wants to not be called out. That's what she
I'm sorry.
Our target consumer is no longer Greg's mom.
Oh, Greg, we lost you on video, I think.
No, I mean you should give some play-by-play of what's not happening. That'd be great.
what?
Silence. All right.
Be
The
fun.
fun is over.
Be fun.
It was fun. I don't have any more fun left, I guess.
Really?
The problem with
I mean,
asking if
I
we're going to
need
have fun is
more
that it
people to
makes
have
it not
with
fun.
me.
And now I'm trying to think of something fun
I know.
that I learned. I felt like I learned something really interesting.
Wow, I bet.
Oh, actually, I don't think something I should.
All right, we can be serious now.
All right.
I can't now.
No, it's over. We're talking about Colossians this week.
I brought socks.
Oh, that was pretty good.
That's
Rachel asked what it was, and I didn't even show her, but I did show her.
I didn't know what. Oh,
Okay, it has like a
What?
fizzy thing in it.
You know, this. The reason I have these is because I was in South Dakota with my parents, and my mom saw them at a grocery store, and she said she hadn't had socks since she was young, and they were her favorite candy back then. So thanks, Mom.
Thanks.
Oh.
Share
Remember
them
it
with
used to be
everyone.
called Lots of Fizz?
No.
this is so bizarre. I've never actually heard of this.
I don't want to believe you,
Any
but
of
I
it.
am.
Have you been to? You haven't been to the Jordan candy store?
No.
We should go.
We should all go.
We should.
Is that
all
where
go.
it is? And then take your other things.
And then close the bank account.
The
Cut that out.
Is that supposed to be on?
No, it's already done. We've already done it years ago.
Years ago.
Last time I went to that candy store, I was trying to get something that I've never had before, and I got the chocolate bar that's called Chicken and Waffles.
Ooh.
And I thought this would be interesting. I wonder what this is. This is. I'm sure that's just a name. Nothing like eating chocolate that when it melts in your mouth and it's kind of like that. It's I don't know. Has the texture of chicken skin apparently because if it tastes like chicken, it is disgusting. It's like it is very chickeny.
Maybe
chocolate.
there's chicken skin in it. Maybe that's what it's
Yeah,
called.
like the
Yeah.
chicken fat.
After I had my first piece
Chocolate.
and didn't enjoy it, I looked at which I could have done before buying. I looked at the ingredients and like number 3 behind chocolate is chicken broth.
Chicken broth.
Yeah.
Ew, huh.
I can make you a chicken
That
latte to
feels-
go with it.
Man,
You said chicken latte.
we should do that. We should just have a latte
The
throwdown,
same.
but you can't use. It's all non-traditional ingredients except for espresso. So I would. Well, you can do milk and espresso, but then
You have like
I'm
creamy,
gonna do
creamy
lobster
soups,
bisque.
you know? Creamy.
I'd love to steam some
French
cream
onion
corn.
latte.
What would
And then
that
you
do to
put
the
croutons on
machine?
So loud.
Just- Sorry.
So
French
so
onion
loud.
latte.
You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe I was
Oh.
That might have a little bite.
What would have a bite? I missed
A
it.
French onion latte.
Oh,
I would definitely try that.
you could have like French onion soup.
We should make have a latte flavor in the fall, like right now. That's called hot dish, and it just is.
Serve up one tater tot on the side.
Son of a
With
bitch.
Notch tater tot.
They're drinking it and they're like,
Crouton flavors on top.
what's that?
God,
And someone goes,
stuffing.
it's corn.
Yeah, it's the
Ooh.
crunchy, the onion,
You could have like a corn.
the
latte.
onion, whatever.
Oh, onion straws on top?
Onion straws sprinkled on top.
Mm.
It would be cream of mushroom would be the base.
Steaming that would be
Mushroom.
The worst.
My mom, I think, put cream of mushroom in pretty much everything
I
she
think
made.
my mom did too. That was the 90s Minnesota hot dish flavor.
Yeah.
Oh man, there's
Let's brown some beef, take some cream of mushroom, and then there's
You know what
more.
makes me? They sell that in like the soup aisle, but who's eating cream of mushroom just as a soup?
Oh, that's a
That
good
would be-
question.
Just heat
I
that
like
thing
to
up.
eat it cold, just like
Oh,
This is Jell-O.
you shake it out of the can.
not even
You
like
have to cut it.
mixed with anything.
I take a
Like
can of
cranberries.
cranberries, a can and a cream of mushroom, and then some cold SpaghettiOs, and just SpaghettiOs is the worst smell out there. I think that's a
Flavor
one.
too.
It does
It's
smell like-
pretty terrible.
I've never
Like
had
vomit.
SpaghettiOs.
Oh,
Mm.
well, like it. Imagine throwing up spaghetti and like that acidy smell. That's what it smells like. That's exactly what it smells like.
Oh, that's so bad.
If I had spaghetti from McDonald's and they threw it up, that's what.
That's
Good example.
oh,
So acidic.
Sorry, SpaghettiOs.
Yeah,
Mm.
we're sponsored by SpaghettiOs. Chef,
That's
weird.
quick fact check on myself.
Okay.
Zat's have been around a very long time. Lots of Fizz came in to try to take over the Zat's
Oh.
market and got
And it didn't work,
Didn't make
did
it.
it?
It's the Mr. Pibb.
Probably
Zots
favorite
is
thing for
OG
them.
The Mr.
yes.
Pibb.
Zat's has been around since like the 60s.
How
Love
long
a
have
good Zot.
Tootsie Rolls been around?
That's a good question. Let's
Tootsie
find out.
Roll.
What are Tootsie Rolls actually made out of?
You don't
I don't want to
know.
know. You're right.
Yeah.
It's none of
It's a
my business.
petroleum
chocolate
byproduct. I don't actually know.
man.
I kind of like them though.
I do
Oh.
too. I
It
mean,
doesn't
like
really
it.
melt in your mouth. It just gets.
You just kind of have to swallow it eventually. You're like, I just
Kinda
gonna
like
keep
chicken
chewing it.
skin, though.
chew it until it's not.
Yeah, you're like, I guess I'm done.
already-
What is it made out of?
You want to know when they
Oh,
said
my
when
goodness.
Tootsie Roll started?
It's forever ago.
Turn of the century, probably.
It was like late 1890s.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's amazing.
First,
My mom
the
loves
first
Tootsie Rolls.
commercially marketed Tootsie Rolls were 1908, though.
It's good. Who needs candy when you can have Tootsie Rolls?
Oh, the current U.S. ingredients of a Tootsie Roll.
I just looked them up. It's not that impressive. It's exactly what you think.
Brown.
I was thinking rubber, so
Corn
if it's
syrup.
not,
You take
then I
corn
would like
syrup
to
and
know.
add sugar.
Yeah, and oil.
Is there
And
any
brown
chocolate
oil.
in there at all?
Yeah, there's cocoa.
Cocoa.
Actual
How
cocoa.
much? I need a percentage.
It's
Two.
one of the last
It's
ingredients.
high end.
It doesn't take that much cocoa to flavor.
What is your favorite candy?
So Tootsie Roll jingle?
If I was just going, I would probably. I don't know if it's not my favorite, but I like licorice. I like black
Oh.
licorice. I like.
Are you, what are you being for real?
Do you like those? What is it?
Oh.
What?
Wallaby?
Yeah, wallaby. Those ones.
The Australian
Remember
ones?
when we went to
Yeah, those are.
Those
when
are
we
the
went to
best.
Flea Farm and
Those
you
are
got
the
all those
only ones
licorice?
I
Australian
I like
licorice.
That was fun.
Mike is very specific. It has to be red vines, or he doesn't
Huh.
like anything besides
Does he ever
red
drink
vines.
things with red vines?
Not really.
It's a
no.
big straw.
Mm-mm. No, he just wants red vines.
Ooh, we can make a latte that has a red vine on the side that you drink it out.
Yeah, I'm not a red vine fan.
I'm not saying it's good.
I
I'm
don't
just
like
saying we can
most
do it.
licorice, but I do like the Australian licorice.
Wallaby.
Yeah, the wallaby.
Yeah.
What are those?
Red vines are
those
like
chokers?
plastic.
What are those called?
Yeah, the Wiley Wallaby or whatever. The Australian licorice.
Is that what it is?
You got the
The
watermelon
big chunky
ones.
ones. Yeah,
Those-
And
No,
the-
but there's
there's
like
another
the long
flavor.
ones that are Twizzlers. Everybody,
those
I
are
like
plastic
those.
too.
I do not like Twizzlers.
Oh, I like plastic.
I think
mom-
eating red vines would be the same thing as eating your glasses.
Mm.
Are you a good and plenty
You have to eat
person
fresh
then?
red vines. There's definitely they get old.
No, you don't do black, right?
I do black.
That's unfortunate.
I agree.
That's why I asked if you were for
you
real.
could have
I
like
had
a
never seen
fennel
I
seed
like black
latte.
licorice because
Good
you
and
don't have to
plenty.
share.
I don't,
Latte.
I
You
don't
don't
like
have to
that
share.
either.
You like good and plenty?
Ah.
I like
I don't know what good and plenty is.
small amounts.
It's
of
those
fennel.
little candies. It's candy covered black licorice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good and plenty.
I'm sure they're fine.
They're an old one. They're like a Tootsie Roll era.
Oh, they're like white and
they've
pink.
been around for a long
Yeah, white and pink.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, what's your favorite candy?
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
I'm not like a candy person.
If
I
you
don't
were
You
at a candy
eat
store,
candy, can you?
if you were at the candy
Like
store
any
in
other
Jordan,
Hmm.
what are you picking up?
Antacid. I don't know.
I really love Tums.
Okay, when I was
Tums
little,
is
you know the
my
colorful
favorite.
Tums?
You thought they were candy.
I had an entire container because I thought it was candy.
Yeah.
And I've never had heartburn, actually. Fun fact.
That's interesting.
So-
Ever in your life?
Just something to think about.
Have you
Not
ever
that I
had-
can remember.
Have you ever had any other digestive things?
Yeah, I can eat. I was actually thinking about. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Wait, are we still doing everyone's favorite candy? Because I just thought of something.
Good.
Okay. Oh, I don't think I have one. Reese's. That sounds good. Is that a candy or is that like not considered candy because it's a chocolate? If I had to choose a candy,
Hold
I
on.
don't-
Hold on.
wait, wait. Hold on, everybody, relax.
You don't think
I don't-
chocolate's candy?
It's no.
I understand what you're saying.
No.
It's like making candy
Yeah.
at home, which is
Yeah,
like
it's like the
corn
sweet,
syrup
sugary
candies
type
and, like,
stuff.
you have
Chocolate is
to
its own entity.
get it
because
up to a
But
certain
it's
degree
all
to make
candy.
it.
Well,
into
not
candy, but
really.
It's
don't-
all candy.
Yeah.
No, it's
Yes.
not. And if
Yes.
you raise your voice at me, no.
If you were to
I
go to
think
the
it's
down the
different.
candy aisle,
Brownies
though,
are
the
candy.
chocolate.
When I think
Brownies aren't. What?
you see, it's chocolate is too closely related to desserts.
No.
Yeah.
No.
You don't ever see
Nope.
Mike and Ike's
Nope.
in a dessert.
Would you say
Tonight,
that
yeah.
sugar is the principal ingredient in chocolate?
Well, that's fine. Sugar is an
He's
ingredient.
really
It's not a
candy.
candy.
Rachel, what's your favorite candy?
Snickers. But it has to be the mini
Oh.
Snickers.
Oh, I
the
hate
fuzzy
Why?
Mini
kind.
Snickers is the worst.
Oh.
You had everyone on board
Why
for
the
a
heck does it
second.
have to be fun size? What does size have to do with it?
Well, for one, I feel less guilt. And two, I could probably eat like 5 mini size Snickers,
So a
but a
full
whole
Snickers bar.
Snickers is too
A whole
much.
Snickers is only going to be
It
3.
feels-
Yeah, I know.
I know.
Yeah.
You're eating way
But I think I like the ratio better. I don't
I like king size. I
That's
like king size.
know. Nobody likes Snickers? Is that really like...
No, Snickers are good. Fun
not
size
a
Snickers.
not a huge like the nougat fan.
I'm not a huge nougat fan, but I do like with Snickers, there's enough other things that nougat feels minor. It's not like a Mars. What is that? The Mars bars or whatever that is. I don't really like
Three
those.
Musketeers.
Three
Yeah,
Musketeers. Yeah, that's too much.
If
nougat.
I
See, that's not
French-
nougat.
it's
That's
the
like a
French-
mousse.
It's the
What
French,
is that?
it's the French silk of candy bar.
It's like
I don't know about that.
It's the chocolate.
nougat
mousse
is
in the
dense.
middle.
It's
Oh,
mousse
maybe-
inside of
Yeah.
Three Musketeers.
Maybe
They're
I like
different.
nougat better and not mousse. Maybe
Nougat's
I'm
like
anti-mousse.
almost caramel, but not.
It's
Like Three
marsh- it's like
Musketeers,
marsh
I'll
salmon.
eat if I'm in a like.
It's
I
someone in
must
the
have
kitchen all
chocolate
they said,
and
what is this? I don't know. We'll call it
nougat.
nougat.
And then they whip it up and they're like mousse nougat. I don't know.
Mousse nougat.
Wolf.
Yeah, that should go on the "Don't Say During" podcast.
Mousse
list.
nougat?
Yeah.
I mean,
Do
I think there's far worse things. Like
Yeah.
Wait, did Rich share?
Yeah. What's yours?
Most of the time, I'll go for a licorice.
Really?
This is
What did you
blowing
say?
my
Or-
mind. I
And
don't
this is
like
going to
that.
be polarizing, and all of you are going to be against
is
me.
licorice a
probably.
sandwich?
That's not the question I'm asking, but it's
chocolate
probably
candy.
I'm going to say no. But any gummy that's not like gummy, but it's like the juju style, like dots,
Mhm.
that kind of style, that's more of a jelly.
I don't like when it sticks
I
to your
hate it.
teeth.
See, that's the thing is I'm okay with it because I prefer that to the chew it and then it just bounces back and you're like, I didn't do anything.
I hate dots.
Like if I am gonna have chewy candy, like gummy bears, Haribo is the
Yes.
favorite.
I would agree
I
with
mean,
that.
I'll agree with
Because
that.
I like, but
Do you guys know that while speaking a youth event, I did a caramel apple pop eating contest? You know the story?
What?
I just called up 2 kids to see who could eat a caramel apple pop the fastest, and they both. I said, I know everybody's screaming, they're super pumped, they're junior hires, and so anyway, one of the kids bites down and yanks open his mouth and pulls out a tooth.
Yeah, that's what I knew it was coming.
Pulled out a tooth, which is some would say is a downer to a service. But it looks like you just bit into
But
a
also,
human.
if you just pull out a tooth, maybe it's not totally your fault. Like you're
I don't know, there's a lot of blood involved. So
I can't
like, why'd the
imagine
tooth come out so
calling
easily?
the parents.
Caramel
I don't think it was easy.
Caramel apple
That's the other
pops
thing.
might be the worst candy ever made.
I don't want you to say things like that. I don't like that.
Feel good.
Because that is like one of my, if I had to choose a candy, yes.
Taste is fine, but ripping out teeth is not an uncommon occurrence.
Well, who's biting them?
Also,
That's
that's,
what I'm
not
saying.
how
Kids
suckers
have
work.
candy.
Junior
So
hires
that's on them,
the ones
right?
called
that
a
don't-
sucker.
Yeah. You're not supposed to chew it.
Mhm.
I can't.
Sorry.
How
really chew.
many
Here's your
lists
sign,
that
kid.
take?
I have
Okay,
to
what
chew.
was your favorite candy?
I just like chocolate, so anything with chocolate on.
Is that why you were upset
Not
that I said it
anything.
wasn't candy?
You didn't like those chocolate-covered Swedish fish.
That
It's
sounds disgusting.
That sounds kind of good.
Those were horrific.
Gross.
That sounds
Those were the
horrible.
worst. No, I
Oh,
could go for almost any chocolate though. I like chocolate.
it's like
I have
chocolate
a
covered
soft
raisin.
spot in my heart for
I don't
Toblerone.
mind it, but then all of a
Because
sudden
my
the raisin in the center.
my great grandparents immigrated from Switzerland, and every time I'd go visit them in their nursing home as a kid, he would give me a chocolate Toblerone,
Aw, that's cool.
and then he would tell me about the mountains in Switzerland.
That's cool.
Toblerone is good.
Every time I see a
I don't know if I've
Toblerone,
ever
I think
had
I want to
Toblerone.
buy it, and
Oh,
I feel.
man.
It's pretty good
Yes.
chocolate.
Yeah.
They used to have the
Next
big
Thursday.
ones,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and they used to have a bunch of different flavors, but now they just have like that toffee one, which isn't my favorite, but
The original one, the yellow, the gold package.
he had all the different ones.
Yeah, the light blue one was pretty good. I don't remember what it was.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, you.
Now you know.
I think they have a white chocolate.
I'm teaching you new things.
Oh.
Well,
Well, happy
Colossians.
Pastor Appreciation Month, guys.
Is that what I?
It's
And
October.
also-
It is
Thank you.
October.
Well,
You
do you
too.
feel appreciated?
I'm.
You're still a
Yes.
pastor.
I was gonna say
Fine.
that I'm not, but then I was like, I don't want to do that right now. Yes, thank you, and with you.
And
I
also
don't know. I
with you.
didn't do this when I was young.
Mhm.
What is the? Yeah, it is October, right?
Yes.
Eek. Okay, so now that we all know each other's favorite candy and everybody else knows your guys' favorite candy, they're no longer going to be your favorite by the end of the month because people will be like, I don't know what to get them. I'll get them licorice and
You know, I'm always.
Toblerone.
You definitely anticipate how many people listen to this podcast.
Yeah, no, I'm anticipating that one the entire
The whole
whole
church, everybody, people that have been here, all of them are like, I gotta.
They're like,
jump on that
where can I
podcast.
find information about?
But if anybody listening wants to send each of us the human arm-sized Toblerone,
Yes.
Oh,
Done.
I didn't know where that was
we're
going.
ready.
I wouldn't.
You can
argue.
send it to 514 North 3rd Street.
1414 West 28th.
Attention!
Sorry, 2226.
We are starting, and it's going to go so quick. Talking about
Yeah.
Colossians,
I like Colossians. I'm sad that it's going to go quick, but
we can drag it.
I'm not good at that.
We know.
Focus.
Now the thing I think is really cool. There's a bunch of things just like in the context of Colossians that I think are important parts of it. Is that Paul. This was a church that he didn't start, but yet it was part of. And I can't remember. It's Acts 28 maybe, where he in Asia Minor, that region was reached through people that were being reached through his ministry, his church planting, one of his missionary journeys, and so the message of Jesus made it to that town, and people responded, and now this city village. It's more than a village, but the cities that's going through transition, going from an important trade route, economic route to not being that. It's going through a cultural transition. But the thing that was pretty stationary in their culture is that they were incredibly polytheistic, meaning that they their introduction to Jesus was immediately met with their favorite candy. This is the best. But it's like, for me, I don't do favorites very well. And so it's like, yeah, this is my favorite along with this one and this one and this one. And that's kind of like how this church community is that Jesus was introduced and people were so excited about, Jesus is a really cool God and forgives sins and all that stuff. And he'll fit in great with all of our other gods. And so now Paul in prison, one of his probably just over 2-year imprisonments in Rome, he sends 2 letters to this church. One of them is a short letter to a person called Philemon, who's saying, hey, you should receive back your slave who ran away and see him as part of family. You should not just punish him or condone him or whatever. It's like he is He's part of your family. So that was one. And then this other letter, Colossians, was also sent to the greater church. And it is addressing a bunch of different things about, again, Jesus is not just something to add to your world, but Jesus is supreme and over and is God.
Yeah, we talked a lot about, you said it briefly, but I talked a lot about how the initial response would be to add Jesus to the list of either good people or gods. And I think today we have similar lists, and we don't call them gods necessarily, but there are a lot of things that people hold up as important, and I don't think it's not a stretch for somebody to add Jesus to that list.
No.
Like, I believe in these things, and I believe and Jesus was cool, so we can learn stuff from him, and so just like add it to the list. But then if you like actually read what Jesus said and listen to Jesus, I feel like the option of adding him, just having him a part of the list, becomes impossible.
Yeah. But for some reason, I think we're pretty good at the impossible.
I just don't want to think about it.
Yeah, that's the thing. And that's probably was a big part of the reality in this world that Paul's addressing, is that they weren't like maliciously saying, I've got an idea. Let's try to finagle Jesus into this our worldview. But they were, again, their worldview and their cultural, ancestral, family, all this thing had that view. They were theists. They definitely saw it and thought that there were a lot of things that were beyond them. And so they weren't, again, it wasn't a malicious moment, but man, it's such an easy thing to do, to try to fit Jesus into whatever else is in the lowercase g world.
Yeah, whatever else you think is important.
Yep.
Like use Jesus to support whatever.
Yep. And Jesus and Paul we'll look at next week, but then Paul really addresses like the breakdown of it. There was a lot of dehumanizing, devaluing. It even goes back to the letter of to Philemon, is that I know that if maybe this fits in all of your past worldview, but if Jesus is supreme and you are following him, you can't treat a slave this way. And that's the same. That's like the breakdown, is that if you say, well, I'm just going to add Jesus to my life, it's going to impact how you live your life. And that'll be part of the implosion of it if you just try to scrape it all together.
Yeah, and that's, I think, going to be our focus next week is, okay, so this week we talked about who Jesus is. Next week is how does that actually impact us?
Yeah. And that is very easy to give a lot of like words to. Jesus is the Son of God. He's over all. He's always and forever. He's the creator. Like you can, like if you're Christian cultured at all, you can really rattle off that list, and that list can mean nothing.
Sure.
And so I guess the distance for all of us is, how do you bring the list to reality in your heart, your mind, and the impact of God?
Any answers?
All at once? I do think that Paul could have come into this moment just like with rage and just defaming and just wreck him.
Could have.
And I think that Paul, early in his post-conversion life, I think that's what he would have done. You idiots.
Mm-hmm.
I think you in your early life was what you
Thank
would
you.
have.
That's what I yeah. And but the thing is that here Paul, he's in prison. He's growing and maturing in himself, and then so he writes this letter, and it starts off. Chapter 1 starts off with just a very glowing greeting. We pray for you all the time. We're so thankful for you. It's like this, we're proud of you moment. And then his next breath in it is that he gives this discourse, this poem that he probably has said hundreds, if not thousands of times, about Jesus being set apart. And so I think that for me, even just in my own processing the supremacy of Jesus, is that it's very easy to like beat myself up. Like, really? You still don't get this?
Mm-hmm.
You idiot. And for sure to assume that others would do the same. And I think even Jesus himself in his supremacy is going, yeah, we're going to work on this. Let's walk this out. it's okay. Let's walk this out.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's fun to dive into this letter. We are not Paul in this narrative, and we are not the church in Colossians either. But there's so much that we can gather. There isn't like a, which character am I in this world? Mm-hmm. But there's a lot of parallels that we can draw because the cultures are radically different. But there are some principles. Jesus is constant, and trying to cram Jesus in a box that doesn't work. It's also something that we also do. Try to mix him in.
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks.
That's it.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. We do have a sectional meeting in 29 minutes. So I almost forgot about that. Thanks for hanging.
See you guys later. You have to wait till it finishes uploading your part. Scott's is the slowest. Scott's computer is the slowest to upload.
Oh, I'm on.
How do I know when I'm done? 96%.
Wait, what?
I don't know.
Where does it say? Oh, yeah, there it goes. Oh. Is that purple guy? Nope.
That's at 86.
Quit. 71. 70. That's going backwards?
Mine says you're at 75.
Oh, mine
still says stopping. Stopping.
Isn't Tabby's church right by, it's like less than a mile from Camden, right?
Yep.
I'm on a bike.
Why is it not
Is it raining? No.
Why is it not going? The internet's really good down here. Maybe it's not stopping until mine's done uploading. I'm at 95. Rich is at 99. Rich is at 99.
I'm at
Kim's
94
at
over
88.
here.
I'm
Scott's
at
still
84.
75.
69 is going back.
You're just going backwards?
Mine
going
was
back
at
to-
96 and now it says
What
95.
the heck is happening?
There's nothing coming.
Stop. It says stopping.
May is going to be there.
Who? Daisy? I don't know if she is.
She just
at the
emailed
VA.
me.
Oh, really? She's been in and out of the hospital these past couple of weeks.
Years.
Yes, years.
A new way to be human.
Doo-doo.
To be.
I'm at 92% now.
I don't know what's happening.
What am I getting a DocuSign for? North Loop contract.
Was yours done,
Okay, got it.
Rich? You're out, so
I'm at 99 on mine.
68. Going backwards.
It still is acting like it's recording.
Should I switch networks? Or that mess it up?
You can try. We'll see what happens.
staff is worse than basement.
Basement's the
You
best.
should be on basement. What were you on?
No, I'm on basement.
Okay.
I just wanted to.
67.
It says stopping, but it's still counting up the recording time. I don't know what to do about it. It's broken. Well, maybe this one won't work.
What am I? Tell me what I'm supposed to feel when for that watching that video that Ty shared of that team winning their video game. Or
Stop! He was just excited. Let him be excited.
no,
know.
not Ty. I'm
I
just
don't
like I don't
understand
know.
Okay, to me, it looks like the kid like goes for a high five and his brother just like walks past him.
Yeah.
Is that what's happening in that video?
Because all of a sudden they were turning to have human to human contact, and they go,
Oh, do this!
I don't know how to human people.
"Oh,
Hey, mine is it done?
Is it?
Yeah, look.
Is it
My
done?
recording was fully recorded.
Is it done?
Great.
I can close this page now. So.
I want to close this page now.
79.
Maybe
Mine
it
went back.
won't
65.
stop for me until everyone else is uploaded.
65.
You have to hit leave.
Mine's going down still.
I had to hit leave to make it upload.
Really?
There's no leave button. Yeah, it's right there.
Oh.
That's fine.
It probably was still recording.
Guaranteed it was. It has been recording this whole time.